Hello, I'm going to be reading the Bible, Book of Revelation, about the mark of the beast, and I'm going to be using the translation for foreheads to mean chin, and I'll explain this later on in the video. And so here we go into Revelations 13, 16 through 18. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark on their hands and on their chins, and that no man might buy or sell, save that he has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is the wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 663. Here we go to Revelation 13, 1 through 18. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth the mouth of a lion. And the dragon gave him his power, and his seat, and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wounded was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon which gave power unto the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And they were given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and that dwell in the heaven. And it was given unto him make war with the saints, and to overcome them, and power was given to all kindreds and tongues of the nations. And now we're going to go to Revelations 14, 9 through 11. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, If any man worship the beast in his image, and receive his mark on his chin or on his hands, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out with mixture into a cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with the fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels, in the presence of the Lamb. And the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest, day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. And I'll just read a few more lines from Revelation. Revelation 20, line 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and the souls to them that were beheaded for the witness of God and for the word of God, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, nor there had received the mark upon their chins or on their hands, and they lived and reigned with God 1,000 years. I deduce that the mark of the beast is not only the coronavirus regime, the crown virus, but the physical mark is the acceptance of the medical masks and the gloves. And here's why, and I'll explain how I deduce this. Okay. Let's place in now. Revelations chapter 13. And I saw one of his heads as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power unto the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. A power was given unto him to continue 42 months. That's 3.5 years. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle and them that dwell in heaven. And it was given unto him to make war with the saints, and to overcome them. And power was given unto him over all kindreds and tongues and nations. And all that dwell upon those of the earth shall worship him, whose names are not written in the book of life of the Lamb, slain from the foundation of the world. If any man have ear, let him hear. He that letteth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. He is the patience and the faith of the saints. And I behold another beast coming out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and he causeth the earth that which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from the heaven on the earth in the sight of men. And he deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. So basically, people are going to continue to follow this beast, which is actually the regime, the fake rulers, the big brother pulling the strings, the Satan that is causing people to accept the mark, which is that mask you're putting over your chin, and those gloves you're putting on your hands, and this coexists with being the mark of the beast.
And they come with the heads of a lamb, and they look innocent. They look
like nurse.
like a dragon, like a devil.
They're wrong, and they look like the lamb. They look innocent and trustworthy, like wolf in sheep's clothing, and they speak like the dragon. They speak falsehood, blasphemy,
and when it says
evil.
they bring us fire, it talks about they give us electricity.
Yeah, and they give us electricity. Maybe there's going to be a blackout and a famine, and then they're going to want people to come run into the government god and, praise to the pride of America and to all the countries and 7 nations united. And this is indeed the mark of the beast and the signs of the end times. True prophecy come to in the Revelations. Thank you all for listening, and keep on reading, learning, and accepting knowledge to flow through you, and do not be asleep, and do not cover your ears, eyes, and mouth, and do not be deaf, dumb, and sheep. Thank you, and God bless. And blind. Dumb, blind, and sheep. Accepting the gloves on your hands and the mask on your chin is accepting the mark of the beast. And no one could sell or work their jobs right now worldwide in all the 7 nations without those gloves and that mask. And that's a sign you have accepted the beast, the mark of the beast, and that you're destined for eternal hellfire. And it's making it clear who is a believer, who is an unbeliever. And through this video, I will break down how Holy Scriptures and the prophecies and revelations of the prophets of the end of times coexist with what is happening right now in the latter day and the end of times. And the mark of the beast, I deduce, is indeed the medical gloves, the medical masks of the medical industry, and the snake on the rod in every ambulance, in every medical practitioner you go to with the snake around the rod is the rod of Moses, and on the star of Solomon's ring, which is the Star of David, is on that as well. But also the Rothschild Israel Corporation uses that same star, Solomon's ring, the Star of David, funds all wars. It funds all pharmaceutical wars, and it funds all the propaganda in the media you see today. So there you go. And thank you for listening, and I will keep breaking it down through this video. And please listen, think, and I would like to hear your opinion.